Hi guys, it's me Jess here and welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I'm going to share with you how I make a cute baby doll dress. This dress have ruffle hem with middle length sleeve and button fronts. It's going to be perfect for this summer, so I hope you guys will like it and try it out. And let's get started. The first step is making the pattern for the dress. To make the back bodice pattern, I draw a straight line cutting the edge horizontal line first. From the end of the straight line, I mark up 9 centimeters, which is the half width of the neckline one. Then drawing a perpendicular line from that mark. The width of this line will be 4 centimeters, which is the depth of the back neck. Then drawing a straight line from the end of the perpendicular line to cut the edge horizontal line. From the cutting point, I connect it to the first mark on the first straight line. Then mark in the middle of the new slanted line. After that, I connect this middle mark to the end of the perpendicular line. Then I mark in the middle of the new slanted line, drawing a curved line from the first mark to this middle mark and finish at the end of the second straight line to create a neckline for the back bodice. From the end of the first straight line, I mark up 18 centimeters, which is the half width of the shoulder side. Then drawing a perpendicular line from that mark. The width of this line will be 3.1 centimeter, which is 1/10 my shoulder side minus a half centimeter. Then connecting the end of the perpendicular line to the top of the neckline to create a shoulder line for the back bodice. From the first straight line, I keep drawing another straight line at 24 centimeters away from it. It's a quarter of my bust side plus 4 centimeters. From the end of this line, I mark up 24 centimeters, which is a quarter of the bust side of the dress that I want. It's also a quarter of my bust side plus 4 centimeters. After that, I continue the perpendicular line at the shoulder to cut the bust line. From the cutting point, I mark to inside 1 centimeter. Then connect this mark to the end of the shoulder line. After that, I mark in the middle of this new line, so I can draw a curved line from the first mark on the bust line to this mark and finish at the end of the shoulder line to create a sleeve line for the back bodice. From the first straight line, I draw another one at 50 centimeters away from it. It's the length from the shoulder to the hip. From the first straight line, I keep drawing another one at 65 centimeters away from it. It's the length of the dress minus the length of the ruffle hem. From the end of the hip line, I mark up 30 centimeters, which is a quarter of my hip side plus 7 centimeters. Then connect this mark to the end of the sleeve line to create the side line of the back bodice. At the end of the side line, I mark up 3 centimeters. Then connect this mark to the end of the horizontal line. After that, I make this line a bit curved to finish the ending line of the back bodice. Adding 1 centimeter for seam allowance. After that, accept the edge horizontal line. And we will have the back bodice pattern after cutting. You will need to cut this pattern in fold fabric at the edge horizontal line. To make the front bodice pattern, I copy the back bodice pattern first. From the first straight line, I mark down 11 cm on the edge horizontal line. It's the dip of the front neck from the shoulder to above my breast. Then connect this mark to the top of the shoulder line by a curved line to create the neckline for the front bodice. From the cutting point of the perpendicular line in the bust line, I mark to inside 2 cm instead of 1 cm like I did at the back bodice. Then connect this mark to the end of the shoulder line. After that, I mark in the middle of this new line, so I can draw a curved line from the first mark on the bust line to this mark and finish at the end of the shoulder line to create a new sleeve line for the front bodice pattern. To create a button and the buttonhole area, I draw another horizontal line at 4.5 cm away from the first one. It's 1.5 times the width of the button area that I want. Then continue the ending line and the neckline to the new horizontal line. Add in 1 cm for seam allowance at the new drawing lines after that. And we will have the front bodice pattern after cutting. You will need to cut 2 pieces of this pattern. Moving to the sleeve pattern, I will use the fold paper to create it. From the folding line, I draw a horizontal line at 7 cm away from it. 7 cm is the half width of the garment fabric at the top of the sleeve that I want. Then I draw a straight line to cut this horizontal line after that. From the cutting point fitting down, I mark to the right 11 cm, which is 1/10 my bust size plus 3 cm. I draw a slanted line with 24 cm width to connect this mark to the straight line. It's the half width of the sleeve line at the front and the back bodice. After that, I divide this slanted line into 3 equal parts. From the middle of the first 2 parts, I draw an outside perpendicular line with 2.5 cm. At the third part, I mark in the middle first, then drawing an inside perpendicular line from it with a half centimeter later. So I can draw a curved line from the mark on the straight line to the end of the inside perpendicular line to the end of the outside perpendicular line and finish at the mark on the horizontal line. It will create the sleeve line of the sleeve pattern. I also continue the sleeve line to the folding line as well. Make sure to bring the top of the sleeve line 1.5 cm higher than the original one. From the top of the sleeve line, I mark down on the folding line 55 cm, which is the length of the sleeve that I want. It's the length from the shoulder to above my wrist. Then drawing a straight line from that mark. After that, I draw a perpendicular line from the end of the sleeve line to cut this straight line to create the inside sleeve line for the sleeve pattern. At the ending line, I draw another one at 5 cm inside it. 5 cm is the width of the curve of the sleeve that I want. Add in 1 cm for seam allowance after that, except the folding line. After cutting, I move one inside sleeve line 1 cm inside the other one. Then redraw the sleeve line for a half of the sleeve pattern to create the front sleeve line. And we will have the sleeve pattern after cutting. Make sure to use the right pattern when cutting the inside sleeve and the outside sleeve. Now let's start sewing this dress. I used 2.5 meters of boil fabric in white color for this DIY. I start with the bodice part first by connecting the back and 2 pieces of the front bodice together at the shoulder and 2 side line. Moving to the sleeve, I connect 2 inside sleeve lines together by the pin first. At the end of the inside sleeve line, I mark up 11 cm, which is the length of the placket sleeve I want. Then sew the rest together. To finish the placket sleeve, I fold the end fabric inside 2 times with a ½ cm each time and sewing. At the end of the sleeve, I make 2 loose seams first, then I create the garment fabric there later. The final width of the garment fabric will be 22 cm, which is the width of the curve of the sleeve I want. I cut a rectangle with 12 cm length, which is 2 times the length of the curve that I want, plus 2 cm for seam allowance, and 24 cm width, which is the width of the curve that I want, plus 2 cm for seam allowance. I connect one width line of the rectangle to the end of the sleeve first. Make sure to keep 1 cm seam allowance at 2 ends of the rectangle for sewing later. After that, I fold the length of the rectangle together in half, right at the extra seam allowance that I kept before. After sewing, I turn them to inside to hide on the seam. Then I finish the other width of the curve by folding it inside 1 cm first, then keep folding it to the first seam and make the second seam right there. At the top of the sleeve, I make 2 loose seams first, then I create the garment fabric there later. The final width of the garment fabric should be the same at the bodice part, and the garment fabric should be at the top of the sleeve. Next step is connecting the sleeve to the bodice at their sleeve lines. To make the ruffle hem, I measure the width at the ending line of the front and the back bodice first. Then I increase that width to 2 times for each part of the ruffle hem. After cutting, I connect the back ruffle hem to 2 pieces of the front ruffle hem at 2 sides and sewing. At the top of the ruffle hem, I make 2 loose seams first, then I create the garment fabric there later. The final width of the garment fabric should be the same as the total width at the ending line of the bodice part. Make sure to not gather fabric at the button and the buttonhole area. Add 2 pieces of the front ruffle hem. Then connect the ruffle hem to the dress. To finish the neck of the dress, I cut a bias rectangle with 3 cm width, which is 3 times the width of the binding that I want, and the same length as the neckline of the dress. I connect one length line of the bias rectangle to the neck first. Make sure at the button and the buttonhole area, you fold them in place first before adding the binding. Then make the first seam. After sewing, I make the under stitching seam together on the end fabric to one side. Then I fold the other length of the bias rectangle over it to hide it inside and make the second seam. At the button and the buttonhole area, I also fold the end fabric inside 1 cm first, then keep folding it to inside 3 cm, which is the width of the button and the buttonhole area, and sew to finish them. The last step are adding the button and making the buttonhole. Don't forget to add the button and make the buttonhole at the curve of the sleeve as well. And I finished this DIY. Here is my final result. This dress is just so cute and super comfy. The vibe spring is just perfect for summer. I hope you guys like it and will try it out soon. See you in the next video.